Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to unlock one of the most fundamental building blocks of Arabic grammar. This is one of those concepts that once it clicks, it's going to completely change how you read and understand the language. We're talking about the describing phrase, or to use its proper name, the Murakkab-e-Tawsifi. Let's jump right in and see how it works.
Okay, right off the bat, let's look at a super simple phrase, good boy. In English, the description good comes before the noun boy. Easy enough. But in Arabic, look at that. It's waladun hasanun. The whole order is flipped. It literally translates to a boy good. This is the very first thing you need to lock in. In Arabic, the description always comes after the thing it's describing.
So, what do we actually call this thing? This kind of phrase has a formal name, Murakkab-e-Tawsifi. Now, I know, that sounds a little intimidating, maybe a bit complex, but trust me, it's incredibly logical. Let's break down what those words actually mean.
A Murakkab-e-Tawsifi is really just a fancy way of saying a descriptive phrase. It's made of two parts. You have the noun that's being described, which we call the Mousoof, and then you have the adjective, the description itself, which is called the Sifat. And just like we saw, the rule is dead simple. Mousoof first, Sifat second. Always.
So here's the big question. How can we be absolutely sure that we're looking at a describing phrase like good boy and not a complete sentence like the boy is good? Well, that is where the golden rule comes in. And honestly, this is the most important part of our whole explainer today. It's a really simple 4-point check.
For a phrase to be a true Murakkab-e-Tawsifi, the adjective, the Sifat, has to be a perfect copy of the noun it's describing, the Mousoof. And it has to match in 4 specific ways: its status, its gender, its number, and its capacity. They have to be identical twins, grammatically speaking.
Okay, let's just quickly run through what these 4 points are. Status is just its grammatical case. Is it the subject, object, and so on. Gender is pretty straightforward, masculine or feminine. Number, same thing, singular, dual, or plural. And finally, capacity just tells us if we're talking about something specific, like the book, or something general, like a book. If that sifat matches the Mousoof and all 4 of these points, bingo, you found a describing phrase.
All right, theory's great, but let's see this golden rule in action. This is really where it's all going to click into place. We're going to grab a couple of examples right from the Quran and put them to the test.
So our first example is al-kitabu al-mubinu, which means the clear book. Here, al-kitabu, or the book, is our Mousoof. It's the thing we're describing. And al-mubin, the clear, is our sifat, the description. So let's run our 4-point check, shall we?
And would you look at that, it illustrates the rule perfectly. Let's go down the list. Status, both are in the Rafa case. Check. Gender, both are masculine. Check. Number, both are singular. Check. And capacity? Both are definite. You can see that al at the beginning of both words. It is a perfect 4-for-4 match. That confirms it. This is a Murakkab-e-Tawsifi.
Okay, let's try one more just to really hammer this home. How about the phrase shajaratan tayyibatan, which means a pure tree? Now, this one is a little different. It's indefinite and it's feminine. Let's see if our rule still works.
And there it is again. Another perfect match. Status, both are in the jar case. Gender, both are feminine, you can tell by that little ta marbut at the end of each word. Number, both singular. And capacity, both are indefinite, which you can tell by the tenween ending. See? This system works. It's consistent.
All right, so you've basically mastered the golden rule. Now it's time to level up. We're going to introduce a really common, and I mean really common, and important exception. This is a special case you will see all over the place, and knowing it is going to save you a lot of confusion down the road.
So here's the question you need to be asking. What happens when our Mousoof, the thing being described, isn't a person, and it's plural? Words like books, days, rivers, stars. Does the adjective just become plural to match it?
Well, the answer is no. And this is the exception you have to remember. In Arabic grammar, any non-human plural is treated as if it were a singular feminine noun. Let me say that again because it's that important. A non-human plural is treated as singular and feminine. And that means its adjective, its sifat, also has to become singular and feminine to match.
Let's look at a classic example to really see how this works. Ayamin ma'dudatin. This translates to a few numbered days. Now the word ayamin, days, is a plural. It's a non-human plural. So let's see how its adjective,
ma'dudatin, numbered, behaves.
Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. Take a look at the chart. The status and capacity still match up perfectly. Both are jar, both are indefinite. No problem there. But look at gender and number. The Mousoof, a yaman, is literally a masculine plural word. But its sifat, ma'dudatin, is singular and feminine. This isn't a mistake. This is the exception in action. The adjective shifted to agree with the grammatical rule for that noun, not its literal form.
And that's pretty much it. You now have the tools, the rules, to identify one of the most common structures in the entire Arabic language. This isn't just about memorizing grammar, you know? It's like we've given you a key to unlock a much deeper layer of meaning in the text. So let's do a quick recap of everything we've learned.
So if you're going to take anything away from this, let it be these three things. 1. The word order is flipped. Noun first, then its description. 2. The golden rule is that 4-point match. Status, gender, number, capacity. They have to line up. And 3. Always be on the lookout for that huge exception. Non-human plurals get a singular feminine adjective.
You know, really mastering this concept is a huge leap forward. It lets you move beyond just translating single words, and you can start to see the beautiful descriptive relationships between them. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you have this new knowledge, how many of these phrases can you go out and spot on your own? The text is absolutely full of them, just waiting for you to find them.